Hey, brothers and sisters, what's up? This is the Reluctant Nabi with another video. All right, we're going to talk about a brother that was on death row behind a jacked up situation. All right, I'm gonna briefly go over that situation, but I put the New York Times article and TMZ in here. TMZ because we're going to talk about the West, Kim K and Kanye. All right, and we're going to talk about it in reference to what's going on now, but this is going to cover just a whole lot of what they've been doing. All right. Kanye, as a real brother, real man, has stood up to the naysayers in the community. And while they still want to, you know, despise him because he chooses to vote differently than them, that's all it takes to be despised as an Afro man in the United States. Because the people that is keeping us under the so-called slave system is the so-called black people. You know, the ones that tell you who you can't date, who you can't vote for, who you're supposed to vote for. You can only date who they will allow you to date. It don't matter that the group that they say is for you don't like you and don't want you. It don't matter that the group, that the women that they want you to date, you know, the BAWs, can have all the options in the world, but you can't have any. See, that don't matter to a lot of these simps running around. And then you got these other clowns that think they're educated scripturally, but they haven't read anything. Not for themselves. They only read what other people told them to read. And then when they read it, the other people told them also how to think about what they read. So they don't even have their own thoughts about what they've read. And that brings us back to Kim and Kanye. You got a woman that got with a brother who cares about the issues that the brother would care about. This is what I'm saying to you brothers. This is why I'm saying we need to escape the BAW in the suffering community that has been created by them. We need to escape for our own good. We need to save ourselves. And telling brothers that we need to save ourselves usually gets you demonetized on YouTube, get your video taken down, because they don't care about our safety on YouTube, Facebook. They don't care about our safety in this world. But we have a few people that do. But then they're a family. You know, Kim K and Kanye are a family. She didn't have any children till after she got with him. Think about that. And yet people talk down at them because they have differing views. But when there was a call for Afro people to come and help out the newly elected president with policy, no, not sing and dance, shuck and jive, you know, like under the Obama administration, but actually talk about policy, improving the neighborhoods, they were shouted down by the very, very BAWs and simps because, again, they are the oppressors, not the Caucasian people. It is them that are the oppressors. They told Steve Harvey, we'll shut you down if you go there. There are other people, oh man, so much vitriol came from the BAW and her minions that many so-called men, weak men, were afraid to meet with Trump because of what the BAW might say about it. See, this is the thing with Hollywood and getting your popularity from TV shows. You're beholden to an audience that really don't like you, that only want to control what you say or do. And if that's how you make money by appeasing them, then I question your manhood. And I question your legacy to the Afro peoples. If you're an Afro man, if you're anybody other than that, they're taking care of their people. Think about it. Let me greet everybody. Horvorten hardu gudag. Ola oi to the bay. Vasas los bonjour mes amis. Keto bawani konnichiwa. Nihao, nihao ma. Sani bonani. Jambo harbaragani. Assalamu alaikum and shalom. Real quick, y'all know what to do. Let's get those thumbs up. The thumbs up are very important because you got a lot of people coming to my channel trying to subscribe merely to thumbs down videos and see what they could take down. So brothers, it's up to you to share the videos. It's up to you to get the thumbs up if you want this content and if you think that it is important that people understand what is going on. All right. Now, before you donate anything to me, all this will be in my description box along with my email. All right. Before you donate to me, remember you take care of yourself and family first. All right. So let's move on. Let's move on. So what's happening, what's happening is they got an execution, a stay of execution for a brother in Texas. Them and a couple other people. Here's the difference. While everybody else was saying stuff about this, Kim K and Kanye West actually went down here. Same thing they did in California. All right. There's some impressive things about Kim Kardashian that I bet you didn't know, because I didn't know until I was like, why is she able to go into places and other people are not? We're going to answer that question in this video. All right. And if you stay with me to the end, there's a piece that I want you to understand. There's something that I saw that I want you to see. It is very significant. And the kernel of knowledge that I gleaned from that one picture is very telling. Very, very telling about the relationship between good men, good conservative men, and the BAW as it is to anyone else. There is no relationship. And the reason why we can't get anything done is because if we feel passionate about something as Afro men and we have any BAW in our life, not only will she take away from that, she might even destroy it if she feels it's taking too much time from her, or she wants the resources for herself. She very rarely, well, in my life, I've never had one work with me. I'm going to just say that. And then you got an issue that the brother cares about, and you got a woman working with him. And guess what? She's not a BAW. Kim K gets in to see this brother. All right. How did she do it? And why isn't Kanye with her? I thought that when I saw this picture. Now, what impressed me about Kim K, what we didn't know, all right, and this is coming from TMZ. A source with direct knowledge of the visit tells us Kim K was allowed to go in and visit Rodney as a legal visitation. Wait a minute. It is extremely tough to get a visit with an inmate on death row. However, Kim is a legal apprentice, so she was able to make it happen. Wow. All right. And so this is all about the story of Rodney Reed. Okay. We were told Kanye wanted to visit Rodney too. as he was in Houston performing at the jail, but only legal visitations were permitted. Our sources say the warden knocked on the door to interrupt Kim's visit to let Rodney know the good news. It was extremely emotional. All right. Kim Kardashian West. All right. See that? Kim Kardashian West. She makes sure that people understand that she's married to Kanye West. Her name is just as famous, but she makes sure that you call her West. Also, unlike a BAW. A BAW wants the license, but she wants to be her own entity. You see these two working together on a lot of things. And when you look at what they're working on, you know this is coming out of the head of Kanye. All right. West isn't, she isn't just lobbying to set the death row inmate free. She met with him face to face with the clock ticking to try to figure out a plan. We broke the story. This is TMZ. Kim desperately trying to stay the execution of Rodney Reed. And so basically, they went down there personally, which was originally scheduled for November 20th because, November 20th, because she and many others believe there is substantial evidence to exonerate him of the murder that he was convicted of more than 20 years ago. All right. So I want you to understand, while everybody was just petitioning, these people, Kim K and Kanye, actually went down there. Period. Kanye went to perform in the jail. How many people are paying in the jail? Yeah, free concert in the jail behind a lot of this. And some of the times, it's kind of needed. All right. The CAA's decision, based on several claims, including Brady violations. Now, I wanted to put this in. This is the New York Times. Okay. Um, the Brady violation, it is misconduct of the prosecution. All right. It deals with misconduct of the prosecution, such that you slam a person in a prison unjustly, right? And or you misrepresent the case without allowing the defense a good defense, like what they did here. The prosecution withheld evidence in favor of Reed. So there was a lot of stuff that the defense could not argue. And part of that evidence might have been that there was DNA on the actual things that got Reed put in jail. There was DNA that said he didn't. Like DNA on the belt. All right. It is unclear what this evidence is. There were hairs that did not match him at the site. There was DNA on the belt. All right. And there's a real big lesson in here. I'll get to it in a minute. And this decision also notes the possibility of false testimony, okay, that have been made, and reasonable doubt as to Reed's guilt exists. All right, so you got false testimony, you got false evidence that was withheld that would exonerate the man you're trying to prosecute. But yeah, when you're looking for an Afro man to put in jail, that is par for the course. And this is Kim K's tweet This is a tweet she tweeted to Governor Abbott. All right. As we look at this and just ponder this moment here, while everybody else was writing, sitting back and doing just complaining and stuff, this woman put on her leather and strolled on to Texas to go to the jail to actually do something. You know why else stuff probably got done? Well, guess who's the friend? Guess who is the friend to the president? Oh, yeah, the very dude that did not let the BAWs and her minions sway his conviction about what he thought was right for the community. Wow. Go figure, huh? Don't y'all find this interesting? This is something more interesting. Pay attention to this next thing I'm about to say. This is the thing I was talking about at the beginning. This is the first thought I had. So up until this point, I went through, but the first thought I had to record it right away because as I was looking at the picture and the seal, I recognized the significance of that. All right, this is what I'm talking about. This observation just came to my mind. So much so that when you get to this part, understand that this is the first thing that I am recording in this particular video because it hit me as I saw the picture. What hit me, you ask? I am looking at the wife standing that is given the podium, and she's in the presence of the President of the United States. So apparently, there was a speech. And usually when you see a wife in this position, she is usually married to a ghost man, not an Afro brother. Whether the woman be a BAW or like Kellyanne Conway. In all cases, when you see these females being promoted, they're not usually married to an Afro man, or they're not usually married, or they're not married to a man. For all of y'all throwing all this shade towards the West, and I say that because for her to be referred to in all the articles as Kim Kardashian West, she had to demand that they get it clear that she's Kardashian West, not Kim Kardashian. Only us, the lay people, disrespect Kanye West, but not by not referring to her as Kim Kardashian West. But we understand she's made her popularity off of her self as Kim Kardashian. But as she moves forward on issues that seem to be more suited to and personal to Kanye West, they are working as a team and are doing more for Afro men in particular in the public than any of the people that despise them either for being who they are or their political leanings. Trump, for his political leanings, being of the Republican Party, has freed more Afro people from prisons because he felt like it was the right thing to do because they were doing unduly long sentences than any other president so far. And again, this is because when he reached out for people to talk to when he first got elected, Kanye West was the one that stood there and stood firm against all the BAWs and Simps that was talking about they were going to boycott him just for having a conversation. And now look at what they are accomplishing because they decided, well, if the guy that just got elected wants to conversate about something that I care about, let's run it by him and see what happens. And look at what's happening. In this case, in others, and all the rest of the people that the West, that are Afro people, mind you, has helped get freed from jails and prison. All right. This message is to the Hotep clowns. While they're running around and telling us to be with a woman that most of us men understand by their action despise us, and not get with women that can help us promote the issues of Afro people, they are looking like some buffoon clowns right now because none of these BAWs that they worship are doing anything to help the community. They are doing more that's destroying the community. And yet and still, these dudes are trying to say and call dudes that get with women like a Kim K that helps us develop a community. They're calling us names, right? But understand the names that they are calling the Afro men that are looking at their options and going with the best people that are going to help them rebuild a good community, not a community full of thugs, dregs, and the wonderful creatures of Thoughtlandia. The be with a woman that wants to let you raise your child in the way that you see fit as a leader of your own home. Yeah, those dudes are telling us to diss those women to get with some that we know despise us, that's done nothing, that has destroyed the community and think they're God. Right? Let me ask you, Hotep people, something. Who have you freed? You and your little whatever piece that you got there. Who have you helped in the community? See, y'all ask that of me all the time. Y'all don't look at my Facebook page. Y'all don't look at my videos. You would see what I do. But y'all don't look at none of that crap. Y'all assume I do nothing. But I know this, that many times, most of the people that's trying to decontrol men are not doing anything for the community because they too busy worshiping the behinds of the BAW. Kanye found him a good woman that wants to live by his name and care about the things he care about. And I think that's what the rest of us Afro men want. It's just that when we turn around and look at the BAW, we see that she is not that woman that's going to care about what we care about because she's too busy trying to get us to worship her. With that said, I'm out. And for those of you that want to keep on doing the same thing, expecting different results, you know what they call that. I call it suckers. But medically, it's called insanity. Tell me what y'all think about that in the comment section. I'm out.